welcome to my home studio. Not feeling so good at the moment, so excuse the voice. As I mentioned on Facebook and Twitter, I was going to show you a little bit about how I produce my music at home. So here we go. Right, this is a track that I started yesterday. So we've got a sidechain kick first of all. And then we've got a kick drum, this one here. A lot of bottom on that kick. Then we've got some snares like during the kick that run alongside it. They sound a bit isolated there, but they'll come together when I add the other bits and pieces in. So they all run through a bus themselves, and then this all runs through a bus. So we've got this. This is a low snare, a high snare with a bit of reverb, and another like clicky sound with a lot of reverb to make it sound big, and then like a clappy sound just before the snare hits. And then we've got a backward one that I've reversed at the end of each bar. That all runs through a bus, and then I've put a little bit of white noise as well in there. Okay, what I'm going to do now is play you everything all together, and then get you a close-up of what's going on and how I've arranged things and how I'm colouring things as I go along. So here's how it sounds. This is like the intro bit. So all we've got there is drums, claps, hi-hats, kick drum, a couple of snares, and then like some subs underneath it to make it sound like it's driving. And then slowly all the strings and everything comes in to introduce what I'm going to bring into it. It's far from finished yet, but you're going to get an idea. So everything filters out there. Goes pretty silent, it's all filtered right down. I suppose when I do the arrangement, I'll put in some more swooshes and some like rides and some crashes with some delay. So we're going through all this, so you hear it like that. Everything starts to be filtered up now. Very different to how the track is in Not the Break. Quite euphoric here, and then we go snares. So then it goes into quite a techy sort of sound. Come up to another little break. I don't know how many breaks I'm going to have. I was just adjusting the EQ there because I couldn't hear it as much as I would have liked to. I think that's down to the limiter that I put on to make it all sound together, because what I've done here, there we go, basically this is like this, and this is all running off of silent, so we've got that off. So we've got the two hits, the hit at the start, I run them separately. The one at the start is sidechained so it doesn't clash with the kick, and then the other two don't have to be. And then I've reversed the one at the start to lead up to the one at the start, so it sounds like rum bum bum. As you see, just using Alesis 49 key. Got our mic here, which we don't really need. My purple boots. Some vinyl coasters. Some KRKs through there. I've got some Mackies, but can't really use them. It's too loud in here. Here, fish tank. And there's Murillo. Right, back to the studio. Use Dre Beats, the studio ones, just for listening back. Down here we've got that's just so I can do all my volumes, and my Tascam sound card that everything runs through. Sometimes I use two screens to produce. So here we are. Right, I'll show you the mixer. Got quite a lot going on, to be honest. When I'm doing all of this sort of stuff, I will go back to it and try and retract anything that I don't need or it doesn't affect the sound in any way, because it's no good having processors that don't help you mix if they're in there. It's just using up your CPU. For any like starter producers out there that haven't got a big machine to be running stuff on, the less you've got going on here, the more your computer's going to run smoother. So I mean, all my effects and everything kind of come into buses, so they all use the same delay. They don't have it like only if I need it for the sound, and the sound doesn't change will I have that certain delay. So here we are. We've got. And that's down to hide something, I don't know if you can see. So we've got the kick sidechain going all the way along the top. Here we go, right. Kick sidechain all the way along the top, and then my actual kick drum is here, and here. And I've only got this far into the track so far. And then we've got the two snares that I was saying about that go with the kick drum, and then we've got the ones that go with the claps to make the clappy kind of sound that you hear. And then we go further down here, and any sharp kind of sharp cussy stuff I've coloured red. I'm just about to anyway now. And that includes like little sign blips and stuff like that. Got some bits and pieces here. I don't know if we're going to use that, to be honest. I'll keep that in for now though. And then here we've got the right deep sounds. I don't know if you'll be able to hear them on the video. What I've done there is run like a really deep sub, and then a deep tom sort of sound with some distortion on, which I made myself, which kind of brings it out. And here you'll see where I've used bits and pieces and then turned them off where they weren't adjusting. So I don't know if that's going to go in focus. So they run alongside the kick drum as well. I've actually put them, they go into their own bus called my G sub, and then from that they then go into my drum bus, just so it can keep the kick and the bass all together, so you've got that really deep sound. I don't know if that's correct, that's just how I've kind of learnt to do things myself. And then here we've got all the strings and stuff like that, all the slow stuff. That all come in on that bus. It's all filtered out at the moment, so you won't hear anything. It's just about to come back in now. So that's all for the breakdown. And then any other sounds you can hear are these green ones here. So I've got a piano, some sharp strings in that bit, and a trancey bit, and all of this here is played by EX24, is it? And silent. So that all filters out there. I'll show you my automation. I try not to do too much automation, but till my track's finished. But you'll see like the whooshes down there. I'll tell you about in a minute. So that's all the automation that I've done so far. So I'll carry on. When you get an idea for a track, try and get it laid out quickly. Otherwise, you'll find yourself going over the same things all the time. I've muted bits here, like I had some ideas. I've got this is probably going to come in the second breakdown. And that's that one there. All played in on this. But right now it sound a bit wrong for it to come in, so I'm going to leave that out, even though I like the sound and it's quite a nice little lead. Doesn't really go with my breakdown where I'm at the moment. I might do one longer one towards in the middle or towards the end of the track and then bring it in. And then all the stuff down here, I call it my whoosh bus pretty much. Everything here is all whooshes that I've highlighted. And then here I've programmed some snares and kind of a screechy saw wave. I'll show you. So it goes with, that's how it starts, and then add it to the snare. And then that's where everything kind of comes back in. So okay, and here's the mixer once again. I like to EQ a lot. That helps things out, and I've got quite a lot of processors there, which I'm surprised the MacBook Pro is still running on it. But what I'll do, my process is get this ready, have a go, take it to the studio that I use. Master it completely myself, don't use an engineer or anything. If I can get the most out of it and exactly how I like it, like that, then I'll usually just put it on SoundCloud, send it to a few labels. If I struggle to get the sharpness and the edge of the sound that I want, then sometimes I will take the track to an engineer and sit in with them, and then obviously I can learn from the next time I go to my own studio how to do it and how to get the best and how to get that sound that I wanted. But to be honest, the majority of all of my track, well, everything on every track that I've ever done is done all by myself in Logic or Reason. I've been using Logic now a year and can safely say